Hello. Already someone in there. Okay. Hi guys, how are you? As you can see, I'm not at the campfire. How's everyone today? Hello, hello. Hi Lisa, how are you doing? Hi Gio. Hi Tyler. Hi Scott. Hi Crystal. Becca, you're back. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's well. Hello. Howdy. Craig, Layton, Curtis, Adam T, and Blush Up, and Jerry's Keeper. Hey, Catch a Kitty. Hey, Molly. Hello, everyone. So, you guys, I was going to try to do this on my channel because Mr. Carpetbagger was going to be doing live at the, at the Dragon Con. Hey, Ryan. Yes, I'm holding down the fort. And, so this afternoon I did like a little trial run where I showed everybody all the stuff that I bought at Hobby Lobby, which is a dangerous place for me. Thanks, Lisa. But anyway, hey Keegan, thanks for joining us from there. Hello, Gary. But I did bring a little sample for those of you who missed it. Hey, Gail. You guys want to notice, I've got my jack-o'-lantern sitting back there. Thanks, Plush Up. And check this out. Blue Moon Harvest Pumpkin Wheat Beer. I live all year for this. Some people, they want to have their pumpkin lattes, but give me my Blue Moon pumpkin beer. Thank you very much. Yes. Do I like Jacob out goofing out around with cosplayers? It's fine. I trust him with all my heart. Exactly, Antiques. I mentioned that earlier, but we're not gonna talk about that here because this is Mr. Carpetbagger's feed. But anyway, hey Scott. Yeah, I love it. I wish it was here year round. Thank you, Jerry's Keeper. Well, let's try it. You know what? I find that this beer is inconsistent. Like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yes, it's so good. I can't even begin to tell you. That makes my day. Pumpkin beer. Well, it's really just, the pumpkin spices, Gail. Like pumpkin pie spices. I am Mrs. Carpetbagger Randall. Jacob does not like beer. In fact, he really doesn't. Hey, Big Red Tower. He doesn't like most alcohol at all. Hello. Peddling Prince wants his beer to taste like beer. I get that. This isn't like those 80s like Zima or anything like that. It's just, it tastes like beer, but it has like the spices in it too. So it's really good. Have you ever tried this stuff, Peddling Prince? Hello, everyone. So, news for today is that I am changing this up a little bit. Yeah, he always does point out the moonshine. Pickle's in here. Hello, Pickle. Yeah, so I am deciding that I'm not probably going to do the scary stories, campfire, whatever, every weekend. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if the cat got my beer. Because I just can't, come up with enough content for all that. And, biggest reason being that I also work. So this isn't my full-time passion that I'm pursuing. And I feel like if I did do it full-time, I probably could find some info and get some good stories for you guys and things like that. But I don't want to put something out there and then not have everybody enjoy it. So I'm hearing feedback that people are fine with, doing whatever. So I'm really hoping to kind of just go toward maybe doing some live feeds kind of whenever, mostly Mostly Saturday nights, but maybe some other times. Maybe I'll do live feeds other times, and maybe I will move them to my channel eventually if there is enough interest in people doing that. That's fine, and if not, then you can just enjoy this as an extension of the Carpetbagger channel. Oh, thanks, Blush Up Brush Up. Thank you. It's very sweet. Yeah, so he is at Dragon Con right now. I'm sure he's enjoying everything. I saw his video yesterday. He live streamed for like hours and hours. I didn't catch it all. Thanks, Gail. Me too. That would be nice. But anyway, hey, Apple Valley Hillbilly. Poor Keith. One time Jake didn't come back when I thought he was supposed to, and then he wasn't answering his cell phone, and I figured out he was at Keith's only because I didn't know where else he would be, and so I ended up calling there and like calling his wife and, help, can you find Jacob? Because I was worried about him, legit. So thanks, Scott. Yeah. So yes, I do get worried about him sometimes. Anna's already gone back to school, Jerry's keeper. Can you believe that? That was like 2 weeks ago. Thank you, homie. Yep, he's with Adam right now, which is great. He loves spending time with Adam, and they don't get to spend that much time together since they're on 2 different coasts now. So, yeah, Gail, I'm a big worrier about stuff like that. I'm like, you know, my daughter has to check in with me when she gets on the bus, just everything. I get very paranoid. I'm gonna know where people are. When he went to abandoned houses and stuff, I don't know. I've never been that worried. It's not like here, we're not in the city in an urban area or anything. I wasn't worried about people, but I always do worry about him like getting hurt or accidentally falling or something like that. Stuff like that. Yes. Adam's kind of bitchy. Is he? I didn't notice that. Of course, I don't know him at all, so I don't know what his regular self is like. Why do you say that, J.A.? What's different about him? Geek Out. I don't know where Robert the Doll is. I guess he's in Jacob's things. I don't go through his stuff very much. That's what I think too, Gail. Tim Tracker's cool. You know, I don't know him that well. Who's just really tired. Hello, Mr. M. I would love to know more about you. I feel like we see you every time and we don't know anything. So I assume you live in Mexico, which is really cool. Love Mexico. J.A. he complained a lot during the live stream. I didn't notice that. But listen, being in the heat in Atlanta among all those people will make anybody complain. I'd be all gripey. That's why I don't do videos like that. I'd be like, ah, where's my water? And my feet hurt and I'm sick of this heat, you know? I mean, I'm a grumpy person. That's good that he was in good spirits. Yeah, it is. That Atlanta did not get that nickname for nothing. Agreed, Peaches. Especially Walking USA. It's right here. Especially the traffic. He walked 10 miles, Catch Kitty? Whoa. I can believe that. Atlanta's pretty spread out. I am sure at some point, Chase, he will be back in Milwaukee. He has family there, and we love Milwaukee very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you, J.A. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks. Come and sub to my channel, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. It's different than what Jacob does, definitely. I'm not, like, traveling or doing anything fun like that. But if you want to see what I got at Hobby Lobby today, then you've come to the right place. And also just chat about regular stuff. I just like to chat. It's nice. Oh, thank you, Peddling Prince. You're a sweetheart. It has been a long, hot summer, and that's why I'm in here with my Halloween gear and my pumpkin beer, I am ready. I am ready for fall. I am ready for this to be over. I know, you know, some people, they don't want to rush summer being over, and I love summer. There's a lot of great things about summer. Tomato sandwiches, the beach, you know, the sun, and the fact, thanks, Becca, and the fact that you can be outside at 9 p.m. and it's still daylight. I mean, John Harper, I do go to abandoned places. I mean, I've been doing that since I was a kid. I just don't videotape stuff like that. I've always been afraid that, you know, it's like trespassing or I would get in trouble. I'm kind of a rule follower. So, where's September 8th? Doesn't this work? I can't read it. Yeah, so what's in a tomato sandwich? For me, it is toasted bread with Hellman's mayonnaise. I'm sorry, I'm not a Duke's lover. And 2 slices of tomato with salt and pepper. And if it's wintertime, you got to put a little sugar on that. You got to get the freshest tomatoes you can. You love winter. Yeah, keep it simple, British tea drinker. We don't want any, like, I don't want to add no bacon or anything crazy. I just want tomato sandwich. Yeah, I wouldn't put like a teaspoon of sugar on there. Only just like a pinch if it was winter. You don't know if they have it. Where do you live, Scott? Where are you from? Well, I agree, Craig. Bacon does make most things better, but tomato sandwiches, I don't know. I don't know what you said about the microphone. I can't make this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to be taking calls anymore, Peddling Prince. Not for this. Maybe like for, you know, streams where I actually do campfires. And I am still going to have my guests that I invited here. Hey, Mary C. Thanks for joining us. So, oh, is my husband in here? There he is. Hey, love you. I miss you, honey. I'm hoping you're having a good time. This shirt, I got this at Myrtle Beach at that nostalgia store. I think it's just called like Nostalgia or something. I don't know. At Broadway at the Beach. Me too. Who's BTD? Oh, British tea drinker. Sorry. Thanks, Amber. Yeah, I love this shirt too. Can you guys see all of it? I love Labyrinth. It's neat. Hello, Adam T. Yeah, it says, should you need us? Yeah, I don't know. Are you going live tonight, honey? Do you need your channel back? Have I hijacked your channel? Are you still at Dragon Con right now? I don't even know what you're doing. I saw you with all those guys yesterday. And I'm assuming one of those was Splore and Ryan. Is that right? It is, Amber. Peddling Prince can hook you up, Amber, with that dark crystal stuff. Yeah, it does look like they've been having fun. Yeah, I might go to my channel eventually if I have to. That'd be fine. Actually, Chase, I'm Christy, and Gail is the, just our awesome, we just love Gail here, and she's here usually, so I say Gail a lot, but I am Christy. And does he do a meet and greet? He does. He does lots of meet and greets, especially these wrestling gigs he's been doing. And, you know, I want to do a meet and greet in Pigeon Forge with him sometime. Just because that's easy for me. It's only like an hour and a half from here. Very close. Wouldn't be so far if it weren't for the mountains. Mary C., this is funny. Like, I went to this craft show last year, right? This is the nerd that I am. I'm like, forget the Comic-Con. I'm going to the craft show. And it was in Charlotte. And it was absolutely a nightmare. It was shoulder to shoulder, like people just moving around like this. It was a nightmare. And at the end of it, I just wanted to die. It was so hot and horrible. Peddling Prince. I have made a trip plan to go to Canada for like the last 3 trip plans that I've made for us for during the summer. And okay, so this year we decided to go to the Upper Peninsula instead, and it was just so far and so much, and we were seeing all these family that we didn't. And then the other time we were going to go to Maine, but we already had all these other places. We went to Niagara Falls, and technically that's in Canada, but it wasn't, you know, really Canada. And I'm from Detroit, so I've been to Windsor a few hundred times and all that, but we're not from Tennessee, John. We are from North Carolina. We're from the mountains near Asheville. Hey, Thomas. Are you Marie? Are you the Marie? The big fiddle's really nice. Nice to meet you. You've been to Vancouver, Gail? Now that sounds like a fun place to visit. I'd really like to see that. It is the Marie. That's wonderful. Yeah, Scott, I want to come to the Pacific Northwest too. I mean, that would be so exciting. Yes, Tennessee does have mountains. Not very much of them, okay? Only just a little slice of Tennessee has mountains. You live in the original Vancouver, Washington. Aha. That sounds like a neat place. I just love the idea of the Pacific Northwest. But it's just, I don't really like flying, y'all. I hate to admit that. I do fly. Marion, no, I do not. I do fly, but John Harper, where in the Great Smokies are you from? Thomas, are you from Florida? It's never winter there? Or California? Are you from Louisville, Jessica? That's really neat. I think Louisville's cute. I do read, Vella. It's been a long time since I've read a book. I just need to be honest about that. Oh, I'm sorry, Peddling Prince. Most of your family's from Wilson, North Carolina. Isn't that down east, Wilson? Yes. Texas. Do I know any of the places he plans to travel to? I know he's going to travel to Maryland at some point. I don't know. You know, I mean, he goes a lot of places, and I have the memory of like a goldfish, so he'll tell me, and then I'll be like, oh, what did you say you're going somewhere? Or make plans and be like, oh, you gonna be here? So I don't know exactly where he's gonna go. I'm sure he'll be all over. Hello, Cryptos. Rhonda, how's my son doing? He's good. He's excellent. Hey, Kim Johnson from Clyde. Awesome. It's awesome meeting you. Hey, y'all. How do I feel about my husband traveling? Like, I mean, it sometimes is sad and I miss him a lot, and sometimes I get really irritated because I feel like a lot of duty falls on my back. But for the most part, I'm happy he's happy. I mean, he's embracing his life the way he wants to, and I love him, so I want him to do that. You know. Moon 80. Hi. Yeah, I want him to do what he needs to do. What type of work does James do? I mean, why do you want to know, Zig? Show us your haul. Jerry's Keeper. I put up a video on my channel, the Kennedy Rain, and I showed all of it. But I'll show you guys again. Jacob, avert your eyes. You're going to be upset here. So, here's my jack-o'-lantern I bought today. My cattails. Aren't they cute? And then this. I love this thing. I didn't get this today. I don't want to. But it's like this little vase. And as you can see, it has little porcupines going down in it. And look at the little house inside. Oh my god. And then you can put like a plant right here. So I got a fake little plant to put in it because honestly, I'm tired of my cats knocking my plants over and then just the dirt is everywhere. Then I just get annoyed. And then, ignoring the mess that there is, I got that cat banner today. Happy Halloween. It's really super cute. And then my collection of Christmas things. I love these. I've got these little carolers, and I'm crazy for anything camper. Like, in my brain, I'm a camping maniac that never goes camping. And then there's like this little TV. And I don't want to show the one thing I got for Jacob because I want it to be a surprise when he gets home. Yes, British tea drinker, I was spending. I shouldn't have spent so much, but I did get everything mostly 50% off because it was like the decorations were 50% off this time, and also flowers. And then I had a $25 gift card for Lowe's that I bought. See, check this out. I love Christmas, so I know that some people are going to be like, oh my god, why are you doing this? It's only September. But I love Christmas, and I'm not going to wait till they're sold out of the things I like to get. Then plus I do like to put all the stuff out pretty early, like November sometime. Oh, Catch a Kitty. I am, yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, you can't hold someone back from doing what they love to do. If you do, then it's not going to last very long. And that's how we've been married for 16 years or 17 years. I know, I have those cutouts, Becca. I'm excited. When I get the house decorated for Christmas, I am definitely going to do a walkthrough. Maybe fall too, but I don't have as much stuff for fall. You love Thanksgiving, Josh? I have an annual disaster. Every time there's a Thanksgiving dinner, it usually ends in me crying, my family says. I'm sorry. I know I'm an emotional, crazy person. But I always want everything to be all perfect, and then of course it's not, because my expectations are way up here, and then everybody's normal. Denise, I don't even try to keep the cats out of the Christmas tree. I just pray to God they don't knock it over. That's the only thing I can do. Thanks, Stan. I know, I love the Macy's Day Parade, and it is one of my bucket list items to go see it. And to also be able to visit New York in the fall and Maine in the fall. And yes, Peddling Prince, I want to come to Canada. I never thought so much about Nova Scotia, but I really, really want to go to Montreal. You cry at movies and TV shows? You know what? I cry at almost every movie I go to. As soon as like the montage comes on, I'm like, you know, and then I just have to pretend there was something in my eye or whatever. I love the Rockettes too. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm sensitive. What can I say? Oh, Jacob's probably tired of my emotions. But he's not about to say it. He doesn't want to deal with me today. Oh, a Dickens Christmas. That would be really cool. You know, but we do have, like, downtown here, the Downtown Association. Now, I think that's in Franklin, actually. But anyway, the Downtown Association puts on, like, this Christmas at night, and everybody dresses up, and they do singing and stuff. Yeah. Love. Me too. Happy tears. They come just as easy. Oh, Coco. Cats like to eat turkey. You know, my cats won't eat, like, some people will give their cats tuna, or some people will give their cats, like, chicken, and I could shove it in their face. They won't eat it. They're just like, give me my treats. What is this? They're too, fat on those kind of things. You just left Dragon Con. Oh, well, I'm sorry that you missed him. Isn't there one more day? Do you guys go back tomorrow? I don't know. Little pieces of cheeseburger. Yeah, so we had a cat named Jeff, and James was eating a cheeseburger one time, and he just hopped right up there and took a bite. And James is like, "Rawr, you ate my cheeseburger." Troll, New York. That sounds... Troy, New York. I'm sorry. Troll on the brain. I like to go see Christmas lights, too. And, of course, I would love to have a whole lot of Christmas lights. But, you know, every house I've ever lived in was ill-equipped for Christmas lights. I mean, there's nowhere to hang them, or there's nowhere to plug them in, or whatever. For his merchandise website, I have no idea. He doesn't tell me all that. Better Siamese cat's liver. Wow. I like to drive around Becca and see them too. Thank you, CROE 78 pool. Yeah, I do have one of those projectors, Scott, and... Well, I'm going to ruin the surprise if Jacob's still watching, but he's probably already fallen asleep from how boring he is with this, or bored with me he is. But I got another one for Halloween, and it is all the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. Because I also love the Nightmare Before Christmas very much. Oh, thank you, Josh. Raccoon Eggs wants me to cook. I want to do a cooking video. I'm going to do one and put it on my live stream channel. I had wanted to do... Yes, I've seen Halloween Town. I love it. I wanted to do one of pickled beans, but then... Beans are $48 a bushel. No. You know, I'm not paying $48 so I can possibly screw them up. No. Maybe a crafting video, yeah, because I have a lot of stuff. And share the pecan pie recipe. I will. I need to just make it for you guys. My live stream channel is called The Kennedy Rain. Thank you, Marion. Where is the Carpetbagger? He is at Dragon Con, as far as I know. He was in this chat a few minutes ago. Or wherever, I don't know, Bebo. What's my family's favorite dinner that I make? They pretty much will eat anything. Jacob likes the meatloaf that I make. Annabelle likes the meatloaf. I also like to make steak, and they all love that. And I also make a chicken piccata that I love. Everybody else, you know, likes it a lot, but for me, it's my favorite thing. I don't eat lamb, Marion. Oh, that's nice, spelling French. You'll have to share that with me. Was my favorite movie? Probably Fried Green Tomatoes. That's my favorite movie. But it changes a lot. Oh, thank you. I want to come to Mexico. Where in Mexico do you live? Like, what area? Because I've only been to Cancun, and that kind of makes me embarrassed because it's not really a real Mexico. Danny, yes, that was. I think that was the time I did make chicken piccata, and it was the pasta that he thought was haunted. Gail's never had meatloaf? What is this? Carpetbagger says he'd love to see the real Mexico and Mr. M. Yeah, me too. Although my Spanish is like, you know, very bad. Very, very bad. How many people in this chat speak Spanish? I bet probably a good deal of them do. Becca, we just need to get Gail over here to try our meatloaf and our manwich. Oh, you guys all speak Spanish? Wow. You know what? I didn't. I like that, Maury. Change it up. In high school, I took 4 years of French. And then, so my French is like ridiculously bad. Bad. Just really bad. I can kind of read some elementary French. Oh, thank you, Big Red Tower. No bueno ear either. I am drinking because it is September 1st, y'all, so no more summer. Bye-bye. Harvest Pumpkin Wheat Blue Moon. It is delicious. Sean Murphy, you must have been an Alice Cooper fan. Laura M. would rather get kicked in the face than eat meatloaf. You haven't had my meatloaf. You need to do it. Dogs or cats? Both. I love dogs and cats. Oh, it is backwards. Oh, I forget that all the time. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyway, it's Blue Moon. It's okay, Laura. We all have our hard limits about what we're going to put in our mouth. I agree. 95, Thomas, that's too much. Yeah, I don't chicken feet, Maury. No, they still have the little nails in them. Have you seen them in the grocery store? They probably don't sell them everywhere, but here, yes, they do. I agree, Peaches. It has to have onions and bell pepper in it. And it definitely has to have like the ketchup sauce on top, which isn't just ketchup, it's ketchup, mustard, and brown sugar. Meatloaf has beef. Sometimes it has other, maybe pork, like ground pork. Oh no, not carrots. No. I'm the person that goes to the Japanese restaurant and it says, do not give me the carrots that you're sauteing because I'll throw up on my plate. No. I only like carrots raw. Like, I don't know. I don't like them cooked. Except for maybe in soup where they're like cooked to death and you can't taste them. Celery. I don't know. Raw carrots only for you, Mary. All right, Gail and Becca are having like this love fest of Sweetie Sweet Fest. Good night, Carlos. Thank you. It is. It's just so like homey. It is. I like that rocket guy. It's like 10, I think. Had you guys seen this? Has everybody seen this? So Jacob gave me this bracelet for my birthday last year, not 2018, but 2017. And each one of these represent a beach that we have been to. They're all sand, as you can see. And they're our favorite beaches. This was really sweet gift. And I've forgotten which ones are which, but I know that this last one here is from the Keys, from Baja Beach. And this one here is from the Dunes in Indiana. And, oh yeah, this one is from a beach in Maine, but I've forgotten the name of the beach. And I think this one is Savannah, down there at Tybee Beach. And this must be Wrightsville. And I think this maybe is Foley, and this one here is Anna Maria. Isn't that the sweetest? It is. It is neat. So if you guys want to purchase one of these for your loved ones, and let Jake know, he may be able to remember the website or whatever. Melissa cooks Southern food. All right. Sean Murphy speaks some French. Okay, that's awesome. Mr. M, thank you. Yes, Meatloaf was a music band. Yes, it is. I'm sure you could, Gail. Have I been to Galveston? No. Yeah, I don't know the name of the company, but Jerry James, we have been together, like, I guess 18 years, but we've only been married 16 and a half. Yes, it is actually sand collected from the beach. But he didn't have to collect it. Like, the people who make these bracelets have sand from all beaches. Just any beach you can think of, you put it in there, and they have it. Thank you, Melissa. Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Do I have sand from OVZ Beach? What's that? Yes, Gail, any beach in the world. I've never been to Texas at all, so that should answer those questions. I know Jacob has been to Texas, but I don't know every town he's been to. I think he's been to San Antonio, Austin, and Dallas. I don't even know if he's been to Houston. And I'm sure he's been to small towns like around, but I don't know where exactly. It's pesos, Joseph, but still, I am extremely impressed. It's so sweet. And I'm dying to know where Mr. Mexico lives because I want to visit Mexico so bad. I was just itching to get away from that resort and do things. And the only thing we got to do, we left and we went to a Mexican flea market. That was really fun. But, you know, we were on like a tour bus with people. But we did break away from them. And it was fun. Yeah, Maury, I bet it is beautiful. Any future trips planned with Jacob? I don't know. We've been tossing around the idea of going to Charleston, but... Oh, he said from Acapulco. Thank you, Vela. And Puerto Vallarta. We almost went there for my sister-in-law's wedding, and then she changed it to Cancun. I'm not sure. So we might go to Charleston, but it really depends on if I can get my cousin to help out with my grandfather or not. Yeah, J.A. I mean, I don't think that's 100% true. I think a lot of the violence that goes on in Mexico is probably between people in the cartels and things like that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't live in Mexico. Who knows? Maybe it is terrible. Days with Jordan did some awesome ones. Yes, Shane, this is the Carpetbagger channel with the guy with the big sideburns and the glasses. I'm his wife, and every Saturday I do like a live video on his channel. He is currently at Dragon Con. How do I feel about Jacob wrestling? Like, okay, Jacob is obsessed with wrestling, and he has been since the day I met him. Like, I used to be like, I think he just like watching people, like those ladies in the bathing suits, like wrestling. But he really, he likes all wrestling. He's obsessed with it. He always wanted to go to those little small town shows and things like that. Thank you, Longfoot. He likes to watch WWE, and like, I don't even know the names of all these. He'd probably get mad at me for not knowing exactly what it is, but he has like a whole bunch of that stuff on our satellite recorded and stuff. And he knows like every wrestling fact ever. And so for him to be able to go and do that, he is so stinking happy. Lori, you're obsessed. You watched a documentary. Yeah, so he has a really good time. So how can I take that away from him? I mean, if he gets hurt, then he had a good time getting hurt. You know, I mean, this is what he likes to do. I don't really like watching it because I am opposed to violence pretty much in all forms. I don't like it, but that's just my opinion. Valerie, you asked if it was raining outside. It is not. I made an announcement at the beginning of this that I am changing things up a little bit about this show that I'm doing. And I'm going to be doing less of the stuff outside, less of the ghost story type stuff and the call-ins. Because of the fact that I cannot fill an hour, 2 hours, or however long with quality stories that everybody wants to hear. I don't have the time to prepare for it. But what I do want to do is do that sometimes. Like when I do have some content, you know, and if I didn't work all week, then I would have time to work on that a lot more and dedicate to it. But it's a lot of pressure if you're working, you know. So that's why I haven't. I don't feel like it's that I'm putting out the kind of stuff that I would want to put out, and I don't want people to get bored and be like, this is stupid, and go on. So, you know, for now, I'm just going to do just live chats. And Valerie's like, I just asked if it was raining. My goodness, I didn't need all that. Yeah, but I'm just letting you know that's why I'm not outside. I do travel with Jacob sometimes. I mean, we go on family vacations and stuff, but I don't normally travel with him. No, I don't smell what the rock is cooking. Oh, thanks, Becca. Oh, okay, Tyler. I'm sorry you have to go to sleep. Patty, have at it. Write me something up. Thank you, Zardon. I appreciate that. I don't know about that, Josh. Not sure. Yeah, and Valerie, I'm not saying that I'm never going to do call-ins anymore. I'm just going to do them differently. Like, and I don't want to throw a number out there because I don't want to be held to it, but, you know, probably like once a month or something like that. Instead of every week, because I'm just, like I said, I don't want, you know, we had some good calls last week, though, but then some also really bad calls, and I think that that's kind of going to have to be the territory. You're so sweet, Hair God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, what is Lufkin? You'll call Mind Blow Watcher. Okay. Next time that we do it. I know that you really like the call-in, and everybody does, and I definitely want to do that, but just not every time. And I have such trouble with the audio. Thank you, Logan. That's really sweet. You missed it last week. It was good and bad. It was good and bad. And I felt like I just wasn't in a place, like I was grumpy. Anybody else think that I seemed grumpy last week? I felt like it. I felt like I was, you know, being not nice. Thanks, Scott. Yes, Failing Prince, you can help. I'll take you up on your offer of help. I wish you lived close by so you could just come over and show me. I definitely won't stop doing them occasionally because I really do like it, and I like that idea so much. I just want to have content, you know, I don't want people to be bored. Exactly. Well, you've got to move to the States. Now's kind of an interesting time to move here. Thanks, fella. Yes, I've tried tea, Megan. I'm not a, you know, it's Saturday night. Listen, I can drink tea any day of the week. There you go. I like to, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm here for. I just like talking to people. Oh my gosh, Catch a Kitty, I wish you would call and tell us about your haunted house. You could always not say who you are if you don't want everybody to know. Ava, yes, Mr. Mexico sent me 500 pesos. That's a little different than dollars, but I am so appreciative either way. Orangey Orange, hello, I remember you. The money thing is just Super Chat is what it's called. They donate to Super Chat. It's just, I don't really know. Ask Jacob more about that. It's really cool though. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry about Kansas. Wait a minute. Are they the ones that did the song Africa? Or no, Dust in the Wind? I can't remember. Oh, Peaches. That's so sweet. And also sad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to go places, of course, y'all. But, you know, I mean, we have responsibilities. Like, I have my daughter in school. I can't just take her out of school and travel. And I'm taking care of my grandfather. And then, of course, there's the job that I have. So, you know, it's maybe like in a few years I can do something like that. You know, if his channel gets bigger or does better, to where I wouldn't need to work, or if, you know, and also when my daughter is old enough to go to college, and, you know, and Grandpa's 93. So, yeah. I just can't right now. Yes, there are. This is Scarlett. Grandpa stories. Craig, I actually did a video with some of Grandpa's stories in them, and he even talked about all kinds of neat things. But I'd like to do more, and then Jacob will edit it and upload it. We have another Torty. Check her out. She is drinking out of my water glass. Oh, that is her favorite pastime. No, ma'am. Why are we talking about Lufkin like over and over? I know. She loves my water because it's like cold and good. The cat is drinking the water. Ha 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 ha. Well, I can read some Spanish. Well, that is, our baby is diluted too. She has some gray. But we have another cat named Pumpkin, and she, I guess this is probably set to Jacob's Facebook. Let's have their phone. Yeah, it is. Okay. I was gonna show you. Grandpa doesn't really watch YouTube, but he loves Facebook. He doesn't use it, but he is like, everything he does, he's like, put that on Facebook. And then he'll be like, did you put it on Facebook? Did somebody see it? Did anybody say anything? So he likes that a lot. What do I do for a living, Laura? I am a Child Protective Services social worker. Oh, Scott, I love your cat, Chloe's. How sweet. Her little black and white face. I have a black and white cat, but mine's mostly, well, it's really more like tuxedo. That one was Scarlet. I have 6 cats. Everybody runs now. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go to bed. Oh, yeah, so we have Scarlet, Webster, Mason, Virginia, Pumpkin, and Mercy. I am a crazy cat lady. I'm a proud crazy cat lady. Oh, a behavioral interventionist. Oh, thank you. I need some behavioral intervention. You watch cat streams on YouTube? I love it. I love cats. I need one of those like cameras so I can watch my cats from work. My favorite place in Virginia, I don't know. What was the name of that little tiny city? Not Richmond, but Roanoke. Yeah, Roanoke was really cute. I've seen cats reacting to cucumbers, but mine don't care about cucumbers. I put them there. They could care less. I hear one of my cats like crying all crazy right now. I don't know what the problem is. Why doesn't he do urban explorations? Well, I guess he kind of has, but not serious explorations. I think because that's just not his thing, you know? I mean, he would do it if he saw something cool, but a lot of people do that stuff. I mean, Dan Bell's an excellent urban explorer. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. And I don't know the name of it, but I've seen it. You're having a Coors? All right. Would I be... Yeah, I do get jealous, Angela. I'll tell you what, when he went to the Grand Canyon, I was like, you have done it. I was so mad. But, you know, what if we all have a very limited time on Earth and we don't know when it's going to be over? So what if he didn't live out what he wanted to do the most and then something happened to him? So, yeah, I don't know. I want for him to do what he wants. That's right, Karen. Peddling prints. If you want to make films, then make them. Oh, good night, Vela. Love you. Aw. Good night, Terry. You saw pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls? What? Need them. Yeah, I don't. Peddling friends. I'm sure that it's expensive. Aw. I know the feeling, Gail. That was me last week. That's why I was all grumpy. Yeah, Longfoot, it is cool that he can do that, you know, and still get paid for it. Wish I could just find a job tasting pumpkin beer and buying stuff at home Hobby Lobby. That would be the perfect job for me, you know, or like writing sarcastic blurbs for reviews or something like that. I could do that. But alas, I am not good at that, and I can't figure out a way to get paid. So, hola, Q dude. Maury, yeah, it's a lady thing. Scott, it's my dream job. I just want to go shop and taste beer. Maybe I could also like be a food critic. I mean, that I could do. Oh, thanks, Orangey. That's sweet. Actually, Peddling Prince, I am writing a fiction story currently. Well, okay. By current, I mean like 2 weeks ago I wrote something and then I just kind of let it go. Yeah. No, I need to get more into it and finish it. I'm the most distractible person. I don't know if I have like ADD or something, but I'm very distractible. I think it's wonderful if he wants to be a wrestling manager. I am behind whatever he wants to do or be in his life, and I hope that he would be behind me too. I mean, I think he would. Yes, Scott. Asheville is a city filled with microbreweries. I think there's like 70 something, and it's only like a 80,000 person town. The Bigfoot Festival is in Marion, North Carolina. I think that's next weekend. Do I think my videos will help his dream out? Is that a trick question? Like, no, I don't think they're helping his dream out. Antiques, it is a wicked place. I love Asheville. Asheville is probably my favorite city in the entire world, and it's tiny, and it's, you know, but it's my favorite. Yeah, Sean, you know, I mean, that can be true, but some of it is about the amount of videos that you put out too. And then there's all these algorithms about YouTube, guys. Like, you have to have so many people actually viewing the video. I mean, it's not just about subscribers. You could have like 200,000, but if nobody's watching the videos, that doesn't matter. And then it's about the time of year because advertisers pay more at like Christmas and stuff like that, you know? So there's just a lot to it. It's kind of like a credit report. Nobody can understand it. So I don't understand it, and Jacob doesn't either. Just some days he's like, well, I guess you're paying for the food this month, and then the next month, you know, he does really well. So it's like, it's just, I mean, we're fortunate that he's been doing good enough, you know. The best barbecue in Asheville. Phil's in Black Mountain? Really? I haven't been there, but I always see it when I go out there for like a home visit. I like Moe's, but it's a chain, but it's a small chain. Jacob's singing isn't terrible. Well, Scott, there we have to disagree. I love my husband, but that's not his gift. Oh, thank you, Peddling Prince. That's sweet. I was proud to talk. Thank you, Dan. I like talking to the fans. Well, he doesn't call them fans. He calls them supporters. So I guess he feels like it's a negative thing to be a fan. But I still say fans because I'm not sophisticated like that. He does. He does have the time of his life. He's having a good time. A really good time. Dexter's the best TV series. Yes, it's very good. However, I am currently watching Ozark, and that is what I stopped watching to come down here and do this. I was on like the 3rd episode for season 2. I've been so excited about it coming out. Anybody else watch Ozark? If you liked Breaking Bad, you gotta watch Ozark. It's kind of a similar arc. Becca, I like that. Yeah. You know what, though? Actually, you know, I want to be one of those. There's a couple things I would love to do. It would be fun to be one of those bookmobile drivers, because then the children would like to come to you and would like when you give them their little book and you read them their little story for story time. But, you know, instead of being a CPS worker, they're like running in their apartment like, oh my God, CPS is here again. But yeah, something fun like that. Or maybe alternately, my other personality would like to be one of those people in the corn maze that scares people with a chainsaw. Because by day I could drive a bookmobile and an ice cream truck, and then by night I could scare people. Yeah, it is. It is rewarding and stressful. A school librarian? That's awesome. Do I ever scare Jacob? So Scott, go back and watch the video of last year's haunted house. I forget the name of the haunted house, but it was in Silva. And he's going around a corner, and I screamed really loud right behind him, and he like, ah! It was pretty funny. Streaming Ozark from Netflix. Yeah, he screams. He has like no tolerance for jump scares. And I have like, I don't know, like maybe it's like a slow reflex or something, but somebody will jump out and I'm just like, you know, I don't react very much. What about the house on the rock? Fixes the automations? I don't know, Becca. See, I would not be good at fixing any automations. But I would love to be a creator of the kind of things that are at the house on the rock. But my crafts aren't so hot. What smells awesome? Love. Yeah, Catch Kate, he is hilarious. And when I go to that that maze that he does every year, well, he doesn't, like last year I didn't think it was so bad, but usually, I think the year before Anna wouldn't go in, or maybe it was 2 years ago she wouldn't go in, so I was sitting around the fire, and he went into the corn maze, and I could hear him screeching, like, from outside the corn maze around the fire pit, roasting marshmallows with a bunch of other little kids. Yeah, Anna will be like, stop, Dad. I did the little hay ride around. It was okay. Actually, it's really good entertainment, especially for here, because we don't have anything to do. Nothing. It's very, very boring. Oh, thank you, Angela. William Jacob is at Dragon Con. Yes. Yeah, Longfoot, I know, but I don't think I can afford that kind of career change. I can't give up my insurance paying job to go work there, even though I'd like to. You volunteer, Chris baby? Can I come and work in the haunted house and then he can film it? That'd be great. That'd be so fun. Occupation, haunted house scare worker. Oh yeah, study art at a university. That would be really cool. I want to do a YouTube advice channel where all I do is give people advice, and then maybe occasionally show my hauls, and then like what's in my purse. I like watching those kind of things. Who's the best prankster, me or Jacob? I don't know. You'll have to ask him. They said you needed a vacation. Yeah, Gail, yeah. You probably wouldn't be able to support yourself with an, you know, doing that. Thank you, Arshad. That's nice. Yeah, it's getting... What's my advice about fear of driving? I think with anything that you fear, it's important to face it. I mean, and the more exposure you have to it, the more normal it becomes. So even if it meant, you know, like just driving to the end of the road you live on, or down to the end of your driveway if you have a long driveway, every day, and then just adding a little bit, that is effective, I feel like, for people that have fears of doing things. Just like when I get on a plane, I get on there and I have to do kind of like a mind exercise that I will feel my feet on the floor, I feel my legs touching the seat, I feel my butt in the chair, you know, and my back against the chair, and the way that the fabric feels, and the way that the things sound in the plane, you know, and then I'll kind of, it helps me to calm down. Like I always tell kids, you know, you can do 3 things that you see, 2 things that you hear, 1 thing that you smell. That will help ground you anytime you're feeling anxious. You're welcome, Valerie. Have I been on a train? Yeah. I love trains. I know they're more dangerous, but I still like them. Oh, little Garcia, go away. I can't draw anything. Yeah, I told Jacob he needs to go like on an Amtrak ride like across the country and film it. I think that would be fun. How to get Marie on a plane for the first time? Well, first of all, you just got to go somewhere that she really wants to go. I mean, that you can't drive to, like if it's not practical. Like, I had flown several times, but it had been many years since I flew whenever my sister-in-law got married in Cancun, and it wasn't like I was going to drive to Cancun. That's just not practical, so I had to, you know, woman up and get on the plane. And I knew that I was going to have to get on the plane. I didn't like the idea, but I'm here. Sort of. Thank you, Valerie. That's so sweet. I'd be like Lucy, 5 cents for advice. Barb, I have never been on that darn Smoky Mountain Railroad. I have thought about it 100 times and I never go. But it's very close to home. Valium. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that freaks me out too. Good night, Orangey. Good night, Odin. Is it? I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Becca, I have a little panic attacks too. And you know what really freaks me out is the actual like bumps and stuff like that. I just don't like that at all. Last time I was on a plane, we hit like an air pocket and it made this really loud sound and I'm like, ah! Okay, and I've never liked roller coasters I can't say I've never liked them. I just haven't liked them in a lot of years. But, you know, my own museum. I don't think I would have a very good museum, but Jacob would. He'd be good at that. Yeah, the turbulence is, ugh. And I'm always worried that we'll start dropping. I've seen lots of these videos where people drop like 10,000 feet really fast, or enough for the oxygen mask to come out. You know, if that happened to me and I was on a plane, I wouldn't even have to worry about plane crashing because I would have a heart attack. That would be the end of Christy. That's it. Goner. He would be a good guide. Yeah. Usually I just take whatever the card is offering. Usually a Bloody Mary. Thanks, Barb. Yikes. That's scary, John. Oh, thank you. It's lighting. That's the way I feel, Becca. Landing is nothing more than a controlled crash. Ay, ay, ay. You saw a goblin on the way. Were you taking Xanax that time? You're funny. Uh-oh. Low power mode, folks. And Jacob has my backup power because he had to have it this weekend. Yeah, no skydiving. No, thank you. No. I know, Gail, it is the most safe, whatever, but it doesn't stop me from being paranoid. I've seen too many TV shows. And also YouTube things. I mean, let me give you some advice about that, Valerie. Do not look up YouTube videos. No. Because I wanted to go on a cruise and I look up YouTube because I'm like, am I going to be sick on the water? I'm not really like much of a boat person. I don't think I really get sick on boats. I just don't really care about them that much. And I'm like, is that going to make me feel sick? I've never really been like on the deep ocean. And ew, I don't know. It's not fun. No, I would not say it is fear of heights. Like, I can get out on top of a mountain, walk around next to the edge. Jake gets really freaked out about that. Tall buildings don't bother me, but no, I don't, it's not heights. It's not about being that high. It's about fearing that you're going to fall out of the sky or hit turbulence or even just feel like you're on a roller coaster. Fear of being on a roller coaster in the sky. That's my fear. And a lot of people are like, I love flying. It feels like you're on a roller coaster. And I'm like, precisely. That's why I don't want to be there. That's true, Longfoot Buddy. That's what I hear, Laura. But don't look up, like, cruise ships on YouTube, because then you'll be, like, seeing them, like, get engulfed in waves. It's pretty bad. You fear terrorism? Gail, I have like a fear of going to the movie theater. I'd still go. I mean, it's not paralyzing. But when you go into the theater, if I see somebody walking up toward the screen, I'm always freaked out. I always think it's an active shooter. And I've been in so many active shooter trainings at work. It's crazy. You've flown 100 flights and had 4 scary moments. See, Mary, I'm the kind of girl who, like, I'll be on 4 flights and every one of them is scary. Mostly because I'm scared of flying. That's the problem. Yeah. It's not. I know it's stupid, but this is me. I'm not perfect. That's right, Quacking Goose. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. How's Sam the Hillbilly? Who's Sam? Yeah, exactly. What would I do overseas? Oh my gosh, visit Gail. No. I would do so much. I really want to go to County Cork, Ireland, which is where my maternal family is from. And I really want to, of course, see London, Scotland. I've got to see Loch Ness. I've got to see, um, I really want to go to Morocco so bad. There's another thing, you know, I don't know about Morocco if it's like a safe place to go, but I really want to go. I've always like really wanted to see the Middle East and Lebanon and Turkey, but I know that it's not always safe to go those places, but I really want to experience the culture. Of course, I want to see more of Mexico. I just really want to go to one of those little old Mexican towns where like the houses are 400 years old and there's roses. What is that? Guadalajara, the city of roses? I want to see that place. Um, I do too, Valerie. No, it wouldn't stop me, Dan. I just would feel anxious and sick about it for a really long time. I would still do it, but you know, it would be a drag, that part of it. You know, I don't know. It's significant enough that I would obsess about it for several weeks beforehand, and yet, you know. Thomas has never been on a plane. Oh my gosh. Trying to plug in. I don't know if I can reach the plug in from here. You've never been on a cruise. Morocco is full of moles? Like mole animals, or are you talking about something else? Hang on while I plug the phone in, guys, and get a new beer. All right. I'll be back in just a second. Scarlett. Careful. Okay. Oh, went on a cruise to the Mediterranean. That's so cool. Becca says she worked for Oprah. Oh, does anybody else have an irrational hatred for Oprah? Probably just me. I mean, it's weird. I get the magazine. So like, you know, I used to like the show. But one time she had this show, and it was like her 50th birthday party, or maybe 60th, I can't remember. And the whole show was dedicated to the, you know, her birthday party and like what happened. And she bought gold rimmed plates that were $50 each for like, I don't know how many people were at the party, but you've got to imagine it was a couple hundred. At least. I mean, probably a lot more than that. And she had just funded those schools in Africa and stuff. And I'm like, how does it bring you joy to have like a $50 plate that you're just going to like toss after this? Or somebody's going to have it in their collection for, you know, 7 generations of children that Oprah once ate off his plate. Yeah, she seems to know everything. Rice gum. I don't. Who's that? Thank you, Gal. It is. Oh, I see him eating my flowers. Stop it. He can't really hurt them, but. I bet it was elaborate and fancy. I mean, you know. Have I ever been where? On a ferry? Yeah, Thomas, like Like a ferry boat? Yeah. Yeah, I've done lots of those. Thanks, Gail. I know, love. Cruises leave out of there and go to the Bahamas. I think. Thank you, Dark Side. You're so sweet. I think I'd like to. I think I'd like to go to the Bahamas. I don't think Jake would love it though. You know, because he has a hard time just relaxing. We went to Myrtle Beach and he was just like, I don't know, Christy, like, this is hard for me just chilling out for a week. And I'm like, well, it's not hard for me. Where's the bed? Where's the pillows? I mean, you know, let me just sit on the porch and watch the beach. Like, I'm close enough. And I like to do stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like to go and do things, and I like to, you know, get on the beach and all that, but I just like to relax. Thanks, Mary C. Yeah. That's what I want to do the most. My cats eat paper towels and toilet paper. It drives me nuts. Valerie, yes, I've been to Sarasota. We go to Anna Maria. That's like our favorite beach, but we haven't been in a couple years. Dark Side Warrior would like all of you to add him on Snapchat. But he did call me a big fat KFC nerd, so it's up to you whether you do or not. I agree, True Racer. He does love what he does. Nobody's relaxing, right, Becca? He did. Bye-bye. No. It is. What's a big fat KFC nerd, though? Does KFC stand for something else besides Kentucky Fried Chicken? I don't know. Kids these days. I went to like a... Oh, yeah, I love to color. I have all these coloring books. And I have an adult coloring book that's like swear words with really pretty swirls. That one's fun. Cartman. Oh. Yeah, that's what we can do, Valerie. We need to all color. I love to do that. Valerie, do you live in Florida? Do you live down that way? You turned out to be an artist. What kind of art? Longfoot? Really, Dan? That's cool. Becca, I'll tear you out some. They're so much fun. I also have a subversive cross stitch. So it's like nasty little sayings that have, you know, they're all cross stitched and cute. You're gonna stop using words? Or just swear words? I can't stop using swear words. I work in social work. It's like, it's part of it. You hear it, you feel it. Yeah, it's a necessity. It keeps me sane. Does anybody else have a potty mouth? I can too, Big Red Tower. Like, I can make the word absolutely into a whole string of curse words. But I won't do that here. I do too, Becca. Ooh, own it, Gail. I like that. Yeah. I don't, you know, You apologize after. I do. I curse like a sailor. I have to admit it. Jacob hates it. He thinks I'm trash mouth. But come on. No, I'm on a second beer here. Me too, Red Rocker. You know what though? Jacob curses. I'm just gonna let that little secret out of there. He curses. He says his words. He just doesn't. You know, he's careful about that. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. I've read that too. If so, then I'm highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. Yay, Mary has her cranberry vodka. Yes, he does. He's careful. Yeah, Antiques is like, oh, I don't believe it. He curses? What are you talking about? He's not perfect. Okay, listen. News alert. Jacob is not a perfect human being. But he's pretty close. He's a pretty good guy. Me too. Yeah, see? I mean, that's me. I'm always stressed out. This reminds me. I don't know if I should tell this. I need to censor myself, but my grandfather, you know, he's a godly man. He never curses. He's 93. But he had this medication one time, and he was telling me to, you know, look for the medication. So I'm looking in the cabinet for medication, and I see on one of the bottles, this is embarrassing, it says, for the shits. But I got really cracked up because this is Grandpa's most heinous curse word, because he doesn't say anything like that at all. But that's what the bottle of medication said, and I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, it says handwritten on the bottle. He put it on there. Am I less stressed when I have control? No. You know what, Brian? Being in control stresses me out. That's awesome, Thomas. Ooh. Exactly. I mean, when you're 93 and you're on like 15 medications, like you just kind of have to, I don't know. He made sure that he had that one right. Really right. It's fun. Ay, ay, ay. I like football, Red Rocker, but I'm not like a football fan. Like I watch every game. I only watch like the Super Bowl. No, they didn't. They didn't print it. Valerie, he put that on there. Yeah. Oh, Becca. Mhm. Yeah. Do you watch football, Red Rocker? Oh, Dan's gonna come to the meet and greet. Where do you live, Dan? Aw. Grandma looks like a statue. Does she not interact a lot? I think it's really sad because I think a lot of older people don't interact much. They they don't feel like they have a place in society, and we're all gonna get old, and if we don't, the alternative is death. So, you know, something to think about. Yes, Catch Kitty. He likes to go places, mostly restaurants and the doctor. That's where he likes to go. And then he likes to go to my cousin's house and hang out there, because she lives in the house that she grew up in, and it's like a 125-year-old house, and he can remember that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, AC. In hindsight, there one trip that stands out you wanted to join Jacob on. Probably the most AC was when he went to the Grand Canyon. I thought I'd die because I have always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. And now, like, my dad lives out there. And I was talking about this earlier when you weren't here. I don't love to fly. So I'd probably rather drive. And then I'd need to take like a long time off work and stuff. And it's just not in the picture right now. Thank you for the donation too. That was really sweet. You're a huge Chiefs fan. Okay. You scared yourself to death, Mary. Oh, you live in Illinois and Iowa. Okay. Well, Dan, I'm going with him to Pigeon Forge. Do you know where that is in relation to there? I think it's not that far, though. It's like 4 hours, right? Oh, Thomas, I'm so sorry. Hey, Squish Princess. Pickle, 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 pickle. Who's Pickle? I know who Pickle is, but what's his handle? Why do I have glitter on my face? Oh, Catch a Kitty. Oh, you're so sweet. You shouldn't do that. You know, he just likes candy and stuff. He likes hard candy. He's a big fan of that. Trash bag fashion lover. Hey. I'm good. How are you? Oh, you guys are just being silly. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Cody. Yeah, they're crawling all over the place. I'm to the point I just ignore it. You wore a trash bag for Halloween? I like that idea. Send it. What kind of candy is his favorite? He likes just hard candy, any kind of hard candy. Like, and he has trouble, like, opening candies, so I don't get him, like the Lifesavers that come in those tiny little packs. He likes candies that you can untwist. It's the, AC. The unit is over there, the big heating and AC unit, because I'm in the basement. Yeah. Coffee candy? I don't know. He'd probably love that. He does love coffee. When is Pigeon Forge? I'm not sure, Dan. I have to get him to agree to it because he sort of doesn't know that we're doing this. I did mention it, but and he said yeah, but I think November is when we'll do it, sometime in November. And I'm thinking maybe if he isn't doing anything, like the day after Thanksgiving, maybe. I usually get like a bonus at work for Christmas, and then I can go Christmas shopping and Pigeon Forge and everything. Unused. No, I don't know. I'm not very creative like that. Trash bag. Yes, the bunker. Yeah, no, it's like my favorite time of the year, Gail. Like, ooh, now what am I going to do with this? It makes me happy. Oh, I'm sorry, Peddling Prince. That's tough. You know, I work for the government, so you know how that is. Luckily, it's stable. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's stable, you know what I mean? I'm terrible at doing things like that. Does Grandpa collect anything? No. He doesn't have very many. Like, he is a very, like, almost basic Amish. Like, just not, he doesn't care about worldly stuff very much. Thomas, my oldest cat. Oh, sorry, Cameron. That's weird that somebody would say that. My oldest cat is like 8, I think, and then the baby is 1. I doubt it. I think the glitter come from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure what had glitter on it. Must have been... Oh, you know what? It's this. It's this thing right here. This has glitter. Whoops. Now I'm covered in it, but you can't see it. Glitter gets on everything. I'm doing well, Princess. How are you? Your oldest cat is 19. Oh, got an old baby. Your dog is 5. That's pretty good for a dog, depending on how big he is. We had You got arrested in Hobby Lobby for leaving an IBS streamer? Nice. No. Aw, Junior, you can't stand your cat? You're gonna make me cry. Poor kitty. What does she do, Junior? Aw. How many do you have, love? Alcohol percentage on this? 5.7%. Not much. She eats too much, Junior. Cameron. Bye. Oh, really? Well, I'm used to drinking high gravity beers because, being from Asheville and all, we drink a lot of microbrewery beers, and they're usually around 8 to 9% volume. And I'll be willing to bet you that in England you're getting higher volume too. Oh, the beer. He was talking about the alcohol content in beer, and I said mine's 5.7% and his was 4.2. And like a lot of the beer that I drink has a higher gravity. It's like 8 or 9%, like the microbrewed beers. And I said I bet that in England they have higher gravity beers too. Just a hunch. Maybe not. I don't know. I love Blue Moon too. Oh, Sharon, yeah. Well, Asheville's, neck and neck with Portland and breweries. Oh, I'm sorry about that, love. Have we told you the story about our dog dying? I think we have. But I'll tell it again since you asked. Nobody asked, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So we went to my sister-in-law's wedding in Cancun, and we flew back. And while we were gone, by the way, our debit card was frozen because we were in Mexico, and our little tiny bank was like, no, you went out of country. It must be a scammer. So after, luckily the whole thing was paid for anyway, and it was all inclusive, so we didn't have to worry about anything, not even tips. But, we had to bum money off Jake's grandma to make sure that we had parking money that when we came back. And because, you know, we parked at the Atlanta airport, it's like $100 for a week. So we had to come back, and we get there, and luckily we were able to get out of the parking deck. We had money from Jake's grandma. And then we went to get something to eat. We have this really favorite pizza place in Atlanta. It's called Pie in the Sky, and it's amazing if you ever go there. And we drove out toward it, and we get a stupid blowout on our tire, which is, as you know, a family tradition. But we're stuck. By the way, we were wearing shorts because we came back from Cancun. We had nothing else. And so we're in shorts in February in Atlanta on the side of the road at like 11 o'clock with a pizza ordered that we couldn't pick up. And, you know, while we're on the side of the road, our car died because we kept the battery on too long, waiting on someone to come and do the tire. And while that happened, we ended up getting a phone call from our veterinarian who said that our dog, Petey, had passed away. And he was our dog ever since before Annabelle was born, and so it was tragic. So we were all sitting on the road, freezing, in a broke down car, crying, and then we had to drive 3 hours back to where we lived at the time on a donut. It was fun stuff. So now that I've got everybody's mood all down and it's terrible. Dan, the place I want to go back to the most is either the Upper Peninsula or Maine. It is hard to lose a pet, yeah. Oh, Gail. I didn't know that two blocks equals an unblock. What a jerk. I was kind of expecting a full-on... Oh, thank you, AC. That's so sweet. Pumpkin tax. I was expecting a full-on troll hit tonight, so... Yeah, exactly. Peddling Prince. It was tough. I mean, it took a really long time. Just even thinking about him at all made me cry so much. I wish I had pictures to show. Yeah, agreed. It is, AJ. They are awake and bored. Whatever. They're here viewing my channel, viewing Jacob's channel, rather. Yes, Marion, I have 6 cats. Oh, thank you, Laura. Well, it's a long story about why they would troll me. It has to do with my husband. He has some pretty serious trolls. Ones that... Exactly. Haters gonna hate. Oh, your dog acts like an old dog. Does anybody ever remember that movie Funny Farm with Chevy Chase? Because I love the dogs in that movie. One of them was Red Dog. Red Dog just runs away the first day, and then Yellow Dog was like so lazy that his tail caught on fire and he didn't even move. I love that movie. Oh, I'm sorry, love. It did, Laura. What YouTube channel did you have? Do you still do it? Yeah, exactly, Longfoot Buddy. But that's me every day after work. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm burning. I smell something. But it doesn't even matter. It's just like, and it's not like I'm physically tired. I'm just like mentally worn out. Yeah, there's the AC. You deleted it a while back, Laura. What kind of content did you have? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what was it about? Yeah, I don't really, the whole troll thing, it doesn't really matter. Um, the best revenge is living my life splendidly unaware of their existence. Oh, that's neat. Pepper reviews. It is mentally draining. Yes, Nick, I am Jacob's wife. Thanks, Laura. Not necessary, though. Oh, Marlon. Oh, my God. Sorry. Ah, that's terrible. I gave you a gender identity crisis, and you didn't even ask. So, what other shows do you guys like to watch on Netflix? I just got through watching Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, and I loved it. I thought it was really good. OA? No, I don't think so. The Office is a constant binge. You want to watch Jacob? What? That would be hilarious, because I bet every time something popped out, he would scream. Been watching The Crown. That sounds kind of good. Okay, I'll have to watch OA. Yeah, it was great, Peddling Prince. It was so good. Unfortunately, I can totally see something like that happening, a little at a time. I've got to watch it. I love supernatural stuff, definitely. I wanted to go see Slender Man with my daughter, and then last weekend, as a matter of fact. So we went, and then we ended up seeing Crazy Rich Asians because it was on, and then we didn't feel like seeing two, so we left. And then today she calls me and says, I'm gonna go to the movies tomorrow with my friend Anna. I'm like, really? What are you going to see? Slender Man. Well, who's taking you? Anna's mom. Okay. I'll be in bed crying. That's fine. The bottoms of my feet, Denise? Ew. No, you don't want to see the bottoms of my feet. They're gross. Probably black. I live in a house with wooden floors. You know. Gross. Carrie White, that's a great idea. I don't have, I love to dress up, but no one else I know dresses up. And so it would just be kind of ridiculous for me to go by myself dressed up to work or whatever. Plus, like, what if I have to take custody of kids dressed as a witch? Traumatic for everybody. You got a prom queen crown? That's awesome. Sanford and Son! I love it. You're gonna go as the carpetbagger, Marcus? That's a good idea. Well, see, I had a friend also worked in CPS, and she was dressed up like a scarecrow when she had to take custody of kids. It must be pretty surreal to be like, you're coming with me, and then Montana, Jacob he's at DragonCon. Marlon, have I ever visited Scotland? No, I want to. So bad. I need to see Loch Ness. Any funny stories about Jacob? Let me think. Okay, yes. Probably you could have heard this story before, but I'll tell it again. Many years ago, Jacob and I, this was before we were married or even in a relationship. He was a roommate. And at my old house, I had like a separate building outside where he resided. It was like a little bedroom area. It's kind of like a tiny house. And he was there. He would come in the house, a lot and visit and also eat because the kitchen was in there. And so he came in, and one time he was just sitting there messing around with this little box of seashells that I had that my friend Jenny bought me when I was like in 2nd grade. She brought it home as like a souvenir for me, that with a little orange eraser that smelled like oranges and looked like an orange slice from Florida. Well, in the box were these tiny, tiny little shells that came from Anna Maria Island. And they were just, itty bitty shells. Well, my husband, for some reason, an adult male, he was an adult, he was not a toddler, decided to put these shells in his ear. I think he later said that he was just trying to hear the shells. Maybe that's what he thought would be hilarious. But anyway, then the shells were stuck in his ear, and I come into the room, and he is like, I've got these shells stuck in my ear. Get them out. So, yeah. Oh, he was stinking hilarious. He always was. One time, we had roommates. It was like me and him and this other girl that lived there, Alicia. And Alicia and we were so poor back then, guys, so poor. And he had a can of Dinty Moore beef stew, which I would never eat. But anyway, it was in the cabinet. And we ran out of dog food for our dog Rocky. And so I'm like, Alicia, just legit feed him the Dinty Moore beef stew. I mean, it's been there for like 3 weeks. Jacob will never even know. We'll just say one of us ate it, right? So lo and behold, we feed the dog the beef stew. We throw away the can. We, put the paper towels on top of it so he doesn't know. And guess what? That day he comes in there looking for that beef stew. The house was like he could just smell that it was gone. He was looking everywhere for it. In fact, maybe he could smell it. Maybe he smelled the beef stew left over from like being poured into the dog bowl. I don't know. But he came in there, he's just like throwing things out of the cabinet looking for it. He was enraged. We ate the beef stew. We did something with the beef stew. We knew where the beef stew was, but we weren't telling him. And of course we weren't coming off the information. And oh my gosh, he was enraged. And so from then on, he would put nasty notes on his food. Like he would buy a gallon of milk and he would put poison on it and then put like little skull and crossbones so that we wouldn't drink his milk. I know it was mean, J.A., but we had to feed the dog. And it was really pretty much dog food, right? Dinty Moore is bad. Dan, he has listened to ICP. He knows that ICP likes Fago, but I'm from Detroit, so that's how he knows about Fago. You got a tiny plastic pig stuck in your nose? I got a piece of foam stuck in my nose. It's like a little piece of foam, like a little square, and I put it up in there, and then I just told no one, and then I started breaking out everywhere. And it was like 2 weeks later when they couldn't figure out what's wrong with me, and I'm sitting on my Uncle Timmy's lap, and I sneeze, and it comes out. And then they all knew what was the problem. So, and it probably contained lead because it was the 70s. Who knows? I mean, wasn't lead in everything back then? Yeah. And then Jacob would do like little, he's always been really creative, so he would keep like journal notes or like stories that he would write or whatever. And he would make all these little cartoons of like cartoon strips. And they would be like depicting little stick figures stealing Dinty Moore beef stew. And it, like, for years, I did not tell him the truth about it. But finally one day I was just like, okay, the dog ate the beef stew. I think I may have blamed it on Alicia, though. I am older than Jacob, but not that much. I mean, like 6 years. 5.5 or 6 years. Marcus, I think that would be hilarious if everybody just started wearing like a Dinty Moore beef stew t-shirt, like to a Carpetbagger event. That would be so funny. There's no way he's going to watch this because he's probably asleep by now. He's exhausted from being at Dragon Con all day. So he won't even know. Marie's 14 years old. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs to show up to a meetup in a Dinty Moore beef stew shirt. I'm not sure he would get it, though. But if everybody did, he'd have to start thinking about it. Yeah. He remembers. I'm not a cougar. 6 years isn't that many years. Gosh. There you go. Or if everybody just wants to send a replacement can of Dinty Moore beef stew when he does all his little unboxings or whatever. I don't speak Spanish, Jovel. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I can be like, I forget. Donde este el baño? That's the only thing I know in Spanish. And, like, cerveza. That's it. Got the important stuff. Bathroom and beer. There's a... Does anybody know Jack Black's Tenacious D album? If you have a chance and you're not offended by cursing, then check it out and listen to Karate Schnitzel, because that song sums it all up for that. I need to start having like a soundtrack that I give every week, since I'm not allowed to listen to it in the background because it'll get this video. But yeah, there are, Gail. I love that. Yes, Dos Cervezas. A pencil case with a Dinty Moore on it. That's perfect. He told you guys about the pencil case story. Oh. I love that, Gail. I like two guys out of the side hatch. That's one of my favorite things. I think of that all the time. And I also think about that city. Yes, need immediately need beer. Um, you're checking eBay for Dinty Moore. Longfoot, these cats, I've never seen the first mouse around here. Play one of the arcade machines? I don't have any arcade machines. The only arcade machine is actually like an old defunct casino machine, like one of those, and it has a fish tank in it. Yes. Do they even make Dinty Moore beef stew anymore? I don't know. That was wrong of me, I'm sure. Hi, Jason. Yeah, have you guys seen the fish tank? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. I don't want to show that corner because it's full of stuff. Used to get tamales in a can. That's a thing? Evil dolls like, hell yeah. I just had some last night. Hey, Scott, you went to the store and came back and I'm still sitting here. Get to cleaning, woman? Yeah, I know. I need to. Listen, I came in and destroyed it. Jacob cleaned it up before he left, too. This is his bunker, and I don't really come down here. But now I went to, Home Depot, and now there's like, not Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, and there are bags everywhere. Yeah, I am in the bunker. Yeah. I like it because I have a tiny fridge down here that I can get my beer out of. Exactly. You know what? You can't keep a house clean with like all these cats. It's ridiculous. You put stuff on the table and then you come back and it's on the floor every time. Marcus, that's a good idea. You know, they used to do that to my daughter. They had, what is it, St. Patrick's Day. The daycare would make them all go outside, and when they were outside, they turned everything upside down and they would tell them it was the leprechaun. And it was a thing that they did every year. It was so cute. That's the truth, too, Quacking Goose. And I have this broom, which I'm excited about. I would actually show it to you, but it's upstairs. And it would take too long to go get it. But it's like a yellow broom, and the bottom of it has these little rubber nubs all over it. That sounds terrible. But anyway, it sweeps up hair like amazing. It's something that they use in like hair salons. It's probably me. Okay. Let's see. Can I get it to do anything? Now I'm morphing. What am I morphing into? I agree, Catch Kitty. I don't know where my cats, like, they should all be hairless. Is there any way? Can I pause this? No. Jacob does something, but I would mess it up. Good night, EJ. Thank you for coming. He pulls the screen down. Yeah, that's what I thought he did. I was trying to do it, but it doesn't want to do it. It's okay now? We're back! Yes! What's my favorite holiday? It's either Halloween or Christmas. Not sure. I love them both. I love Christmas because I love the magic. I love little kids opening presents and Santa Claus and all the decorations and, you know, even the traditional, like, meanings of Christmas are nice. And then I like Halloween because I love dressing up, but I don't anymore. But as a kid, it was a big deal. So I love to see my kids get dressed up, and I just love the fall. I do, Scott. That's why I was saying I want to be like a bookmobile driver by day and a haunted house scarer at night. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I really miss my kids. Hey, Presha, thank you for coming. I, I'd really love to, like, adopt some kids and give them Christmas. I don't mean, like, adopt and bring them home. I mean, like, you know, do Christmas for them. Bye, Rootman. You're at Burning Man? Wow, that is so cool. Thanks for taking the time to watch Boring Me while you're doing that. Oh, that's a nice idea, Valerie. I would love to move to Pigeon Forge and start up, like, I have some really good ideas for businesses, but businesses take a lot of money to open. That's the problem. I just need to win the lottery first. J.A. and Melissa sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Oh. I'm sorry for being hard on myself. I did that too, Mary. I love Girl Scouts so much. I was a Girl Scout leader for a while. I don't know, Quacking Goose. Either fall or summer. You know, and I like everything in the spring and also love snow. So it's really all of it. I love it all. I do get really tired of like winter time itself, like just the blah of it, especially here because everything dies and it's all gray and brown, but it's not warm at the same time, you know? I don't like it. I don't like any of that. But if I lived somewhere where it snowed all the time, I don't know. I feel like maybe that would be irritating too, but at least it would be snowy. Hey, BB. It's okay. I am ready for pumpkin spice everything, thus my pumpkin spice beer. I love autumn colors. Yeah, I love every season. Every season has its awesomeness. Oh wow, a winter storm warning in Alaska. That's cool. I want to go to Alaska really bad. But there's somewhere I don't want to fly to. I'd rather drive. That'd be a really cool road trip. I have heard it's supposed to be a bad winter. Catch a Kitty. Some of my favorite things being married to Jacob is being able to go to the Midwest in the winter and go to his hometown in northern Indiana and also to Milwaukee. I love the snow, but the thing I don't like, one time we went up there and there was a terrible snowstorm, and I was so mad at Jacob I could have punched him right in the eye. But we went to the Field Museum, and they kept warning that it was going to be like a particularly bad snowstorm where it snowed like so many inches an hour. And I told him, we shouldn't go today. We should wait until tomorrow. But nope, he didn't want to listen to it. When he wants to do something, you better do it. So we went, and as we were leaving there, of course, it was coming down the snowstorm, and I was trying to leave early from the Field Museum. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, yes, that's great. Lincoln's hat, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I don't think we saw Lincoln's hat there. I don't remember. That was another museum. Anyway, we go out, and we're getting on the freeway, and every freeway, like in Chicago, they're all built on these elevated, up above the city kind of things. And so we were coming up that. We slid on that, which is elevated with nowhere to go. Finally, we get onto the freeway. We slide onto the freeway. Everybody's sliding all over the place. But instead of being like reasonable and let's just stay in Chicago, no, he wants to go on to Milwaukee. So we end up having to drive another 2.5, 3 hours, even though Milwaukee's only like an hour from there, in the worst snowstorm. I mean, we were like the only people on the road, just us. And then there was trucks, that were putting out the salt, and they were putting it out, and then the snow was coming down so hard, so fast, it was covering it up. And it was really scary. And I mean, everywhere we went, there were cars on the side of the road. Then we get to Milwaukee, and Chicago's built up, but Milwaukee's built way up in the sky, like all the freeways and stuff with the big lake down below. And for people who haven't seen the Great Lakes, you just can't even begin to understand the magnitude of how large these lakes are. It's like the ocean. When you see it, there's no other side to it. It's very big. Hey, Jacob. How you doing? Funny to see you here. But anyway, I was telling the story about the time we drove through all that mess. He is still awake. No, it wasn't in Michigan that time. You know what? Michigan doesn't get snowstorms like it used to, like when I was a kid. You got us there in one piece? I'm pretty sure I was driving. No, you're right. You were driving. Yeah, that probably made it worse in my head. Shh, don't tell about the stew. Shh. We're not going to talk about that. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all, honey. Is everybody craving Dinty Moore right now? Mm-hmm. I'm back, Trent. Hey there. Yeah. J.A. Shh. 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 It's going to take you a minute to pull that out of his crevices. Well, Jacob, entertain everybody. I need to get up for a second. Okay? Hopefully you're still there. Scarlett, look at you. Jacob! Why are you getting all up in the air? She's right down here, honey. Do you want to see her? Can you see her? She's fine. All right, I may have told the story about the Dinty Moore beer that I fed to Rocky. Actually, I didn't feed it to him, but Alicia did, and I may have kept it a secret. I see him. It's okay. That's Webster. This is Webster. Yeah, things are out of control, honey. You better get home. Jacob, are you still there? Because I want to show you something. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Check it out. What do you think? Do you like it? Thanks. Remember the other one that we had with the little mice in front of the TV that doesn't work anymore? Makes me sad. Yeah, I love dioramas. They're fun. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Too funny. Jacob, did it completely break? As in shattered? Or it just doesn't work? That's okay, love. Yeah, I told everybody that I was trying to encourage you to get on a train and take a train trip across America. You know, like when you did the Route 66 thing. I think that would be cool. No, Jacob, this makes me sad. You don't like the idea of a train? Oh, you're so hard to please. Webster, cut it out. Yeah, what's Adam doing, Jake? No, you can't pull over and film, but I think people would enjoy it. He's editing. So, like, have fun, edit, repeat. That sounds kind of boring. Ugh, that sounds terrible. I can assure you, Trent, this here is not your stash. Not unless you're into smoking fake flowers from the Hobby Lobby. Yeah, Valerie, are you feeling bad? I missed your comment. You didn't have any fun today? I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm not allowed to ask about Adam. That's true. That's true, Scott. Yeah, somewhere in this world there probably is a Hobby Lobby flower smoker. I don't want to look behind me. I know that there's nothing behind me. Jacob, did you see this? Did you see it? Isn't it cute? Tomorrow's only 7 minutes away. Maybe I should get off here. It did. It gave me all the glitter. Honey, I did. I'm sorry about the life savings. Bring cash when you come home. Look, I earned $99 though. So it kind of paid for it. Walls are bad? Oh, Trent. Where does Joe Lee go? I have a feeling he just doesn't like my stream. He just doesn't want to hear me drone on for hours and hours about adorable stories about Jacob. I do have an incense burner somewhere. I haven't used it in a long time. I like Nag Champa. Exactly, Catch a Kitty. I have stuff. Yeah. It's, what kind of cat is just a gray stripy one? What if something happened to Joe Lee? Should we send out a search party? Like, to look for him? No. I'm not gonna sing Carpet Man theme song. Yeah, I like Dragon's Blood too, Chris. That's one of my other favorite ones. Yeah, he's a gray stripy cat. Make an appeal video? I think Jacob would have to make the video. And Jacob doesn't think he's as funny as I do for some reason. I don't know. And it's kind of the other guy that just like comments boobs on my live streams. I know that that's trolly, but it's kind of funny. It's like the only thing he could think about. Boobs. So, headrest and boobs. Holding a headrest and looking sad. Yeah, it is a banner. Isn't this cool? You hang it. It's like a long one. I don't know if you can see. Whoops, sorry. Up there and... Isn't that cool? Who misses his mom? Hey, Jurassic King. Dramatic Coldplay music in the background. Or maybe like the Sarah McLachlan song about the animals. Probably don't have that commercial over there. Hey, Kaden. How did Jacob pull me? What do you mean? Catch a Kitty with Grandpa and cat sit for me? That sounds awesome. I need a grandpa sitter and a cat sitter. But Grandpa takes care of the cats. He can feed them. You sang the Sarah McLachlan song in a video? Jacob. Oh my gosh. What does that mean, Gail? Yes, it is beer. It is pumpkin spice beer because it's not summer anymore, but it is, but it's not officially. I've transitioned into fall. Everybody else may be in summer, but I'm in fall. I'm going to wear sweaters and like I have those capes, that you wear in the fall time. I love those. Love the capes. I'm gonna wear those, even if it's not technically. It's still like 85 degrees. Oh, pulling dates is getting the girl. That's so sweet. Um, how did Jacob meet me? Through friends. It's been a long time. What is the picture frame in the background? That is a puzzle Jacob did of the world once. I think I may have helped with like 2 pieces. A common chat up line is get your coat you've pulled. So what does that mean? Like, you're coming home with me or something? Scott, me and puzzles. It's hilarious. We go to like these family outings, and Jacob and his sister and his brother and his mom and everybody is like putting these puzzles together. It'll be like one solid color puzzle or something, and I'll be like, I can't even take it. I'm just like scared in a corner somewhere because I can't figure it out. I just do a dab for the people. There you go. Sorry you couldn't see it. Tips on potty training. Do you have a boy or a girl, Dan? A boy? Awesome. Easy. Get some Fruit Loops. Put them in the toilet. Have him aim for them. That's what I did with James. He loved that game. What time is it in England right now? It's probably... Okay, so it's 5 hours ahead. It's 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, Gail is up so late. Yes, Fruit Loops in the toilet, Peddling Prince, because you can flush them. They're organic, and they're fine. Well, they're not like organic, like made organically. I'm just saying they will dissolve. I don't game, Caden, sorry. Not that cool. Fruit Loop flavored donuts at Hardee's? What? You know what I love at Hardee's is those little sliders. I like don't even like Hardee's at all, but when it's slider time, I like that. Fruit Loops in the toilet. Don't knock it until you've tried it, Longfoot. More fun for boys. Brian, Jacob's brother is like, all of his brothers are geniuses in some way, and his sister. There's just like a family full of geniuses. But the one that you're talking about, yeah, he puts together puzzles. He's like a computer genius, and he has musical talents, amazing musical talents, and plus he's just like the sweetest person in the world. I love him to death. And his sister is a total genius. Yeah, they're flowers. Jacob does not play Fortnite that I know of. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, they are, Gail. But if you ever met his mom, she's brilliant too. All smart people. And then like his dad's family, they're all smart people too. They're just louder. Thank you, Bevo. Oh yeah, hidden object thing. I like those. Those are fun. The cats are just everywhere, knocking everything over. Let's skip the rest of summer. Forget it. I'm tired of being hot. No more sweating. No more, like, I'm done with it. I'm from Asheville, North Carolina, but I'm from Detroit. But I don't really claim that. Yeah, definitely go away. Can I interview his dad? Jacob's dad? Like, Paul? I would love to interview Paul. He is fun. Detroit, do I miss it? Yeah. I mean, something about Michigan, like, feels very at home to me when I'm there, even though I was very small when I left there. I think I was only 4. But I spent a lot of summers visiting my mother and my dad up there. I was raised by my grandparents, and you know, we spent a lot of time up in northern Michigan when I would visit, and you know, it was fun. And so yes, I do feel kind of like it's home in a way. Hurricane, thank you. Good night, Dan. Thanks for coming in. Good luck with your potty training. Yes, you can tell a joke, Kaden. I'm dying to see that biodome in Montreal. Have you been there, Peddling Prince? J and B. Yes, this life has gotten a lot better because my husband is happy because he's at home more often. I know it seems like not because he's on the road a lot, but before he was working nights and then he would be gone on the week he was off, and so I never saw him. So at least I get to see him a little bit now, and it's still tough because, when you run your own business, you just have to do everything, and he wants to do it right. He wants to put out a good thing. So how did Jacob meet Adam? I think through a video that Jacob did, or maybe it was a video Adam did and Jacob reached out to him and they just connected. And I don't think Adam even answers emails anymore, so that was probably before he was ever really famous. Because, he's just got too many. Does he have 300,000 viewers on each channel or something like that? That's a lot of people trying to get your attention, so I doubt he... Oh, thank you, Kaden. I told the story about this bracelet earlier. This is all the different sands from the beaches that we have been to that Jacob gave to me. Bebo's a troll? Oh, you make me sad. You had to announce that you're a troll, though? You're not a very good troll if you had to announce it. Adam Lou's really down to earth. I have no clue. I've never met Adam Lou. But sounds like he's a nice guy. Yeah, exactly, Peddling Prince. He just doesn't have the time to put into that. And it's a sad thing. It's like when your favorite band ends up getting too much to do, to go to the smaller venues or whatever. But he just can't. He cannot answer everybody's emails. He gets thousands. Do I have a favorite video my husband's done? Not really. I can't think of one. To me, the videos are just him being himself, because this is what going anywhere with him is like. It's not really. Thanks, Bebo. Well, how did I earn your respect? Is it because of this? No. Don't do it, kids. So, yeah, it's getting... Failing Prince. Yes, I will attempt to tell him, but there is so much we don't get to talk about because we don't have that much time. Scott, I suggest manwiches paired with pumpkin beer. Definitely. Man, I want to go make some manwich like right now. It sounds good. I did already eat though. You trying to get 500 clubs or subs? I'm sorry. Good luck, ready, set. That's awesome. It is, Scott. Spread the manwich crave. Don't forget your Denty Moore t-shirt. Thank you, J&B. That's really nice of you. Gail, me too. I think you've heard that from me before. Guess. Oh, well. Alcohol increases your chances of getting cancer? Oh. So does being stressed out and bored all the time. I'll sub you, Gail. Yeah, I mean, Shane, I think it's a little scary when he goes to the abandoned places. Yes, it is, Valerie. Boredom is cancer. Violet versus Life. Hello. How are you today? Oh, wow. Picture of me at her age. Yeah. I probably have some. Somewhere. You hate being bored, Joanna. You know what? I love to be bored because boredom like breeds creativity. When I get bored, that's when I start thinking and doing things that I don't have a chance to do. Oh, thank you, Pelling Prince. I don't get bored that often either, love. Doesn't take very... I don't know any jokes. No good at jokes. Are you getting sleepy, Gail? You should go to bed. It's ridiculous. It's like 6 in the morning. Thank you, Longfoot. Yeah, that's when you actually have time to... When you're bored is when you can really come up with the stuff. Oh, Jacob's channel. It's the best. Yeah, overcontentment is a problem. Like, you just... You hate it, Joanna. I can always think of something to do. So... Catch a kitty, I bet I know who your troll is, but I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't deserve it. I guess I should probably wrap this up. You thought Crazy Rich Asians was a tearjerker? Oh. I don't know. It was okay. Is Jacob as jovial and kind? Yes, of course he is. I mean, yeah. Yeah, he is. He is exactly what you see. It has been a good one, Gail. Thanks for being here. Yeah, everybody sub my channel, The Kennedy Rain, if you want to catch content in between, because I'm going to try to put some different stuff up every little bit. No promises about when it will be. And maybe we will do another live stream next week like this. And then I've got on September 22nd, we're going to be having, I can't remember if it's Greg or John. Have them mixed up. But anyway, one of them is coming and we're going to have a true campfire chat. Bye, Laura from Michigan. Oh, but let's all promise to be there on September 22nd, okay? Good night, everybody. Hugs and love to everyone who came and sat and watched me. I appreciate it. Good night. Good night, honey. I love you. Oops, don't want to block somebody. I just want to leave.